In the global marketplace, your face is your first currency. But for Kojo, his face came with a price tag he never set.
This is not a true story, but it's true to us.
This is Kojo, a self-taught graphic designer from a vibrant West African city whose hands could make pixels dance like ancestral drum beats. He never attended art school. He never held a Wacom tablet until he was 24. But what he lacked in formal training, he made up for in obsession. For 3 years, he transformed his family's back room, a space no bigger than a closet, into a studio. The walls sweated in the Harmattan heat. Power outages were daily rituals, so he worked by candlelight, his second-hand laptop balanced on a stool, surviving on data bundles from the corner kiosk. He taught himself through cracked tutorials, pixel by pixel, frame by frame. He studied Swiss typography, Japanese minimalism, Brazilian street art, not to copy, but to converse with global design languages. His portfolio wasn't just clean, it was alive, imbued with rhythms only someone who'd grown up watching traditional weavers and market sign painters could understand. But when he uploaded that portfolio to global freelance platforms, something broke. Every time he bid on a job, whether it was a logo for a Berlin cafe or a brand guide for a Toronto startup, the same pattern repeated. Clients would message, "Great work, but your rate is too high for your location." Or, "Can you do this for $50? Designers in your region usually charge less." He once quoted $400 for a full brand identity. Research, mood boards, logo, typography, guidelines. The client replied, "I'll pay $35. That's standard for West Africa." Not because his work was inferior, but because his identity came pre-discounted. He was being priced by his geography. Kojo realized the cruel paradox. The world wanted global design, but only from designers who erased their origin. So he made a choice, not to lie, but to remove the noise. He created Studio M, a brand with no face, no flag, no story. He bought a domain registered in Germany. He hosted his portfolio on a European server. He used a VPN to route all his traffic through Berlin. He never falsified credentials. He never claimed to be German. He simply let the work speak, without a name that triggered bias. The shift was immediate. A logo that Kojo from West Africa couldn't sell for $100 was now being commissioned for $1,200 as Studio M. Clients didn't ask about his local rates, they asked about his process. Within a month, Silicon Valley startups were sliding into his DMs. A Parisian fashion house hired him to redesign their seasonal lookbook. A Copenhagen tech firm paid him $8,000 to build their entire visual language. In 1 week, he earned more than his father made in an entire year. But Kojo didn't hoard the win. He knew he wasn't alone. He'd seen dozens of brilliant designers in his WhatsApp groups. Kwame with his Afrofuturist illustrations, Adwa with her textile-inspired patterns, Ibrahim with his motion graphics, all stuck in the same discount trap. So he rented a small office above a bustling chop bar in the heart of the city. He installed fiber internet, and he invited 4 of them to join him. Each brought their genius. Kwame handled illustration, Adwa led color and pattern, Ibrahim animated everything. Kojo managed client strategy. They split profits equally, they shared resources, and they protected each other's anonymity. For 8 months, it worked like a dream. Studio M became known for its European minimalism with soul. Clients praised its timeless aesthetic. No one asked where it was made. No one cared. But success demands visibility. Then came the call that changed everything. A major global tech conglomerate reached out. They wanted Studio M to lead the rebrand of their entire global infrastructure: apps, websites, product interfaces, investor decks, even office signage across 40 countries. But there was one condition: a live video consultation with the executive board. They want to meet the mind behind Studio M. Kojo didn't panic. He prepared like an athlete before the Olympics. He planned to appear exactly as he was. He wanted to force a reckoning to see if they valued the art or just the geography. The call began at 3 a.m. local time. The executives were ready to sign the contract. They logged on expecting to see a sleek German office, maybe a minimalist studio in Berlin with a view of the Spree. Instead, Kojo turned his camera on. Silence. The CEO leaned into her mic, looking confused. "We thought Studio M was... Where are you calling from?" Kojo didn't blink. He didn't apologize. "I'm calling from West Africa." A long pause, the kind that stretches like rubber, threatening to snap. Kojo took a breath, his voice steady. "You've called my work world-class, but I'm calling from a room built on a foundation of West African design rhythms. If my work was worth 2.3 million yesterday, is it worth less today now that you know I'm in West Africa?" That question hung in the air like incense. The CEO nodded slowly. "We did the same thing. We didn't ask, we just assumed Studio M was European. That's on us." The contract wasn't canceled, it was expanded, but with new terms. Studio M would keep its name, the entire team would be credited by name and location in all project documentation. Kojo would co-design a global creative equity framework with their DEI team, ensuring African, Asian, and Latin designers were paid market rate, not local rate. In the weeks that followed, Kojo made a quiet but powerful decision. He retired Studio M, not because it failed, but because its mission was complete. He launched the Unfiltered Collective, a verified network of African designers who work under their real names, with transparent pricing, no local discounts. He built a simple platform where clients could discover talent by style and story, not by assumed geography. Today, Kojo doesn't hide his face. He teaches workshops for young creatives. His office walls are still covered in African art. His desk still holds a map of his city. But now, clients see those things by design, not by accident. They don't see cheap labor. They see proven excellence with cultural depth. He learned the hardest lesson of the new age. In a world run by algorithms that rank, categorize, and discount, your authenticity isn't a glitch, it's your greatest signal. And sometimes, the most revolutionary act isn't to blend in, it's to stand out so clearly, so unapologetically, that the world has no choice but to pay full price.
I don't think so.